What's going on, friends? Logan Myerz here for Cinephellas.com, back doing some more quarantine videos. And I'm going to be talking about a film I've been anxiously awaiting. I have not seen it yet. It never played in the Chicagoland area. I was looking all over every theater in the area before coronavirus happened to see this. And I'm talking about the Oscar-winning film by Bong Joon-Ho, Parasite. So the film was nominated for 6 Oscars, ended up winning 4, including Best Picture and Best Director for Bong Joon-Ho. So I'm a huge fan of Bong Joon-Ho. He's a great director, really great visionary. The way that he directs his films and all the camera work is just really beautiful. He paints a really marvelous picture. I loved The Host, which was based off the book, and then Snowpiercer with Chris Evans, really great film. But with Parasite, it's a foreign film. It's all in subtitles, so if you guys don't like reading the screen for 2 hours, this movie's not for you. But the setup of the film is basically the rich and the poor. Basically, we have a poor family, the Kims. They're unemployed. They're really trying to figure out how they're going to make ends meet, pay the bills. They live in this kind of crappy apartment. It's more like lower to the ground in the first level, this apartment complex, and is much like a display of the lower income, lower class people, which I thought was set up really nicely. And the other family is the Parks. They're a very wealthy, rich family. They have a very modern style home, lots of windows and glass. And the young son of the Kims finds a job working for the Parks as an instructor, English instructor for their kid, and really gets into the household. And then he brings his family members, his father, mother, and sister, into the house with other jobs as well. The dad becomes like the driver of the wealthy family, the mom's like the housekeeper, and the sister is like the art instructor, another instructor for the kids. So they're all different positions, and the rich family doesn't really know that they're related. They're all just really good people. And you can really see the difference of the Kim family, you know, living in poverty, living lower income, not having money, make it through each day and keep a roof over their head, so to speak. And them working for this family where everything is just really immaculate, really nice, really beautiful house. Everything's handed to them. They have money. They don't worry about anything. They don't stress about anything. And it's a really great take on what's going on, you know, forever. It's still going on today with the low income, lower class people and the rich people. It feels like the rich people are always depicted as, you know, everything's handed to them. They can pay for anything they want. They don't have to do chores. They don't have to do their own laundry. So everything in the rich people's life is really easy, and it's a really great take on this in this film. And in the first 2 acts, it's really a great setup of these two families and how the Kims end up working at the house. Once they're done with their shift, they go back to their house, and you can see how bad they're struggling. A really great scene in the film is this big rainstorm, big thunderstorm, and it freaking floods the entire apartment complex. And the family lives on the lower level of this apartment complex, so with all the water coming in, it's all over their apartment. Everything's ruined, and everything they own is basically shit at this point. They have like a really small bathroom and the toilet at the top, which is kind of weird. And but they kind of just chill out and then waiting for it to all finish and the storm to finish, and they can go back to the house and work. But you can really see this family struggling. At the end of like the second act, things get really bonkers and shit hits the fan. What I mean about that, we find out about the previous housekeeper and her husband, what exactly happened there, and her husband, which is really something that caught me off guard and something I could have never predicted. But with the Kim family really working there, they come across the housekeeper and the husband, and things don't really turn out very well with that, and that's all I'm going to say about that. I don't want to spoil too much about this film because the second and the third act are just really bonkers, and I want you guys to be as surprised as I was when I was watching this for the first time, and it just really caught me off guard. I'm like, holy shit. And this is a film, this is more like a comedy, dark comedy. In the first 2 acts of the film, there's a lot of really great bits between the family members, the Kims and the Parks. They have really great dialogue with one another. Again, this is a foreign film. It's all in subtitles, but you really feel for these characters. Really great performances on both sides of the spectrum here with the lower class and the upper class. But leading up until the end, the best part of the film is probably at the very end at this little party they're having at the Parks house, the rich family. They're having this outdoor party, and of course, the Kims are setting everything up and working with the kids and making sure everything looks good. And at this point, the father, the driver, he just like kind of snaps out. He's like fed up with the bullshit. He's like, I'm tired of working with these rich people. They're so lazy. Everything's handed to them. Life is easy for them while, you know, he's busting his ass, him and his family, just to get by. So it's a really great ending to the film, and what happens to some of the family members is just fucking insane. But the very end of the film was really fantastic, and I thought it was a good ending for these characters. You see what happens to both sides and what it has to do with the house and what the future brings for the family. And I love Bong Joon-Ho, again, really fantastic director, well-deserved Oscar for Best Director of the Year. Even though I love Martin Scorsese and bias, I love The Irishman. It's my favorite movie of 2019, but this is such a unique film, nothing like it. He really did a great job of painting this dark picture and, a look at all the social classes, the lower class, middle class, upper class, and using a lot of imagery to really paint this picture, not always telling you what he's feeling or what he's trying to do, but in the way that the movie is shot and the editing and everything with these characters and the way they pan out to the characters like walking around and stuff, you can really feel what they're going through, the struggles they're going through, and do what they need to do to survive. When I was a kid growing up, we were pretty poor, lower class for sure, and I always envied the rich kids, my friends that had money, that had nice cars, nice house. We lived in an apartment, so I always envied them. So I could really relate to this story. I thought it was just really fantastic storytelling. Hearing about it, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't really know what I was getting myself into when I first started watching it. It's like, a darker comedy. It was funny, and then it totally changes, and it has horror movie and thriller aspects towards the end of the film. So overall, Parasite is definitely a film I was surprised by how much I loved it. It was just really great from start to finish, something I didn't expect. I think you guys will have a really great time with this film as well. If you guys don't mind foreign films and reading subtitles for 2 hours, I think you guys will have a really great time with it. Really great storytelling, directing, and characters in this movie. So I'm going to give Bong Joon-ho's Oscar-winning film Parasite a 4.5 out of 5 Parasite hair pieces. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this film. What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? What did you guys think of that ending without spoiling too much? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe. This is Logan Myerz signing out with that wild Kim family. Until the next video review in the quarantine series, cheers!